Trojan Sports Now.
A spark is just what the football team needed, and they're looking to carry the momentum from the New Mexico State win to this Saturday's game. The team takes on Appalachian State as they look to gain another victory. Carrying momentum from last Saturday's game, the Troy football team is looking to gain another victory over a conference foe. The team takes on Appalachian State, another newcomer to the Sun Belt.
Appalachian State is a good enough football team to beat Troy. I hope that we're a good enough football team to beat them. We are a little bit beat up and got some repairs to make, body repairs to make on our football team, but we're working hard on that as we speak.
Players have been watching footage to see how good this new team is, and Terrence Jones said the main thing is they're fast.
Appalachian State, they run a 3-down front. They're really quick, and they're a really good team, really, and they're really fast. I watched some of them yesterday, and hopefully we can get after them. Hopefully we have a good game plan, but they're really fast. That's what I've seen so far.
And this weekend's game is another home game, and the players know just how important that can be.
We love having a home crowd behind us, and anytime the fans can give us a boost in the game, we'll take it any day.
You got to learn how to win at home before you can win away. So hopefully we can win these games and learn how to win on the road and keep the momentum going.
It's always good to play at home and have your fans screaming and whatnot for you, and that you don't have to go to the other stadiums and play with the people right behind you, yelling out all type of crazy stuff.
The football team will take on Appalachian State on Saturday at 2 p.m. in Veterans Memorial Stadium.
The soccer team will look to bounce back after a pair of losses from this past weekend, as well as maintaining their undefeated record at home. The Trojans will take on Georgia State Friday at home. The last time the two teams met, Troy lost in overtime 2-1 in Atlanta. The Blue Panthers, who are 1-4-3 away from home, will play Troy on their turf at 7 p.m. The Trojans will then turn around to play Georgia Southern on Sunday. Georgia Southern is 9-3-1 overall, and away from home, the Eagles are 4-3. This will be the first time the two teams meet and will start at 1 p.m. Head coach Jason Hamilton says that both teams will be tough opponents, but they have to remember to stick to their game plan.
Both teams are going to try and play soccer the right way. So there should be a lot of passing, a lot of players involved in the attack. For us, it's just going to be a matter of keeping the ball a little bit more. This weekend, we got caught up into some direct soccer and didn't really keep possession of the ball as much as we would have liked to. So we kind of just have to take a deep breath and get back to our game plan. And if we play the way that we want to play, we should be successful.
The last game under the lights for the Trojans will be Friday against Georgia State at 7 p.m.
The volleyball team returns to Troy after being on the road to Louisiana. Troy hosts UALR and UT Arlington over the weekend. Troy will host UALR in their first meeting of the season. The UALR Trojans are the leaders in the Sun Belt Conference currently. Their record is 14-4, while their conference record is 8-0. Troy sits at a record of 9-13, and in conference play is 1-9. The last time these two teams met, Troy was swept 3-0. Troy then hosts UT Arlington, who is fourth in the conference with a record of 6-3 in conference play. Overall, the Mavericks' record is 16-5. Troy has already played UT Arlington earlier this season. Troy fell 3-2 in 5 sets to the Mavericks, and assistant coach Lizzie Clow knows this weekend is going to be tough for the team.
It's going to be a tough weekend for sure. Both teams are stacked up pretty nice, and pretty sure Little Rock's, they're in leading spot in the conference, and we've already actually played Texas Arlington once at Texas Arlington, and which was another 5-set loss for us. So it's going to be, we'll have our work cut out for us for sure, but we know that going into it, and that's why once again just a lot of mental preparation and a lot of hard work coming in this week throughout the week for this weekend.
Troy is looking to fight back and win at home to break their 9-game losing streak.
The men's tennis team will head to Auburn tomorrow for the UST ITA Southern Regional Championship. The winner of the singles and doubles will advance to the indoor championship in Flushing Meadows, New York, which is the site for the U.S. Open. Head coach Scott Kidd says that even though it's a big tournament, he wants to give his freshmen some experience, and along with that comes some pressure.
They're going to be nervous because, some of them do have some experience playing the ITF circuit, but it's totally different when, I've had kids to be ranked 200 in the world but come to college and then they're faced with such nerves because there's a lot of pressure. You're playing not only for yourself, but you're playing for your team, for the university. They want to impress us as a coaching staff, but I think as a coach staff, we just tell the guys, go out there, be relaxed, play your game, be positive, and just do your best. I think that's all we can ask from them.
The next tournament for the Trojans will be the Big Easy Tennis Classic in New Orleans.
The women's golf team is preparing to compete at their next tournament. The team will be competing at the Old Waverly Bulldog Invitational hosted by Mississippi State in West Point, Mississippi. The team is coming off the JU Classic where they finished second in a field of 12. In the last tournament, the team posted the 4th lowest score mark in school history. And with the upcoming competition, head coach Bart Barnes feels that this is going to be a great opportunity for his team before completing fall play.
I'm just really excited. We're going to get to play against some quality competition again to kind of, that last chance to make a statement for the fall, being our last event. So I'm just really looking forward to it. And I want to see us kind of continue the trend that we have going. We're getting a little more comfortable, a little more confident as we go along this fall. And, against that field, I think that really gives us a great opportunity to kind of put our best foot forward and really show what we can do.
The women have finished in 1st and 2nd place in their last 2 tournament appearances.
The cross-country team is coming off a week of rest to travel to Tuscaloosa, Alabama for the Crimson Classic. This will be the 5th meet of the season, and the Trojans and top runners such as Julia Osendorf and Cameron McCutcheon will lead the team. Last meet, Osendorf came in 4th place to finish with a personal best of 18 minutes and 40 seconds, and McCutcheon came in 8th place with a time of 27 minutes and 36 seconds. The Crimson Classic is highlighted by number 17 Arkansas, as well as conference rivals Georgia Southern, Georgia State, South Alabama, UT Arlington, UL Lafayette, and ULM. The meet is scheduled for this weekend.
And every week we will be taking a look at our former Trojan football players and how they are doing.
Jacob Harrison gives us a look at this week's Trojan in the Pros.
Thanks, guys. DeMarcus Ware and the Denver Broncos are hitting that midseason stride. Ware racked up a sack in his 3rd straight game as the Broncos defeated the struggling New York Jets 31-17. Ozzie Umenyiora and the Atlanta Falcons defense continue to struggle. The Chicago Bears came into Atlanta and spread the ball around all day. Umenyiora failed to post any stats, while Jonathan Massaquoi came up with his 2nd sack of the season. The Bears handled the Falcons 27-13. Leotis McKelvin is still playing well, racking up 4 tackles Sunday. His Buffalo Bills teammates, however, are not playing well. The Bills hosted a struggling New England Patriots offense and could not take advantage. Tom Brady threw 4 touchdowns on the day that led to a 37-22 defeat for the Bills. Albert Mack had 2 tackles for the Houston Texans. The Texans, however, did lose to the Indianapolis Colts Thursday 33-28. DeJuan Harris is still struggling to reach the Green Bay Packers offensive huddle. He did return 1 kickoff for 33 yards in a 27-24 win over the Miami Dolphins. Joe Flacco's terrific passing day helped Brendan Trawick get some defensive reps for the Baltimore Ravens. Trawick had 2 tackles as the Ravens defeated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 48-17. And defense was non-existent in the Panthers-Bengals matchup this week. Mario Addison did have 1 tackle on the day, but neither team wanted the win as the Carolina Panthers and Cincinnati Bengals played to a 37-37 tie. And wrapping things up with Steve McClendon, the Pittsburgh Steelers nose tackle failed to post any stats in his 2nd straight game. However, this week it was due to an injury. McClendon left the game with a recurring shoulder injury that removed him from the Panthers game 3 weeks ago. Head coach Mike Tomlin says McClendon will miss the Monday night game against the Houston Texans. The Steelers lost to the Cleveland Browns 31-10. And that was a look at the Trojans and the Pros. I'm Jacob Harrison. Thank you for joining me.
That's all the time we have for Trojan Sports Now. Check us out online at trojanvision.troy.edu to catch anything you missed.
For Clay Yeager, I'm Amy Austin. Thanks for watching, and as always, go
Trojans!
Trojans!